Hello YouTube! Welcome to another episode of Project Tours. Today I'm going to be touring you around one of our newly completed restaurants in Langley. We're currently in Walnut Grove, which is a little community in Langley, and this restaurant is called Down to Earth. I'm so excited to share this project with you guys because there's so much heart, there's so much kindness, and there's so much good behind this concept that I feel like it absolutely needs to be shared. Down to Earth is a plant-based restaurant. One of the things that you guys should know right off the bat about Down to Earth is that the owner behind this concept is one of the nicest, most genuine, kind, open-hearted humans I think I've ever met in my entire life. Alyssa, the owner, launched this concept in combination with her mom and her daughter. So this is a three-generational owner team of women behind Down to Earth who have really come together for a few reasons: for health, family, and for wanting to do something great in their community. When she first came to House of Bohn, she had this really great vision board. It was this big canvas and she had glued tons of clippings of different sayings and different images that she found. And when I first looked at the board, I thought, okay, we've got our work cut out for us because there's a little Mediterranean on the board, there's a little farmhouse, there's a little bohemian, there's a little industrial, and part of our job as the design team was really sort of filtering all of these ideas, editing them down, combining them to create a space that felt really cohesive and that it gives her and her brand a true identity. The House of Bohn team had so much fun working with Down to Earth to build out this concept. And in the end, I think it is exactly what the owner, Alyssa, wanted. It's a little mix of bohemian, a little mix of farmhouse, of Mediterranean inspired, and it really is a cozy, plant-based restaurant concept. The space is about 1,500 square feet. So there's an entry in the front off of the street, and we're standing in the entry on the back, which is just off of the parking lot. As you walk into the entry, there's a few signage pieces that I really want to point out. These LED rings represent something very close to Alyssa's heart. The sign says, "Delicious," at the intersection of compassion, health, and sustainability. And those are the three values that are really at the core of this restaurant. It was really important to us that we pushed and maintained natural wood. So having natural wood floors instead of a product like vinyl really keeps the concept authentic. The third thing that you'll see is a beautiful floating shelf with plants. That is a great introduction to the restaurant because there are plants everywhere. As you walk into the space, you'll see plants from one corner to the next, and that's really important because obviously this is a plant-based restaurant. One of the things that I love about this space is all of the natural light that comes flooding into the room. We've got windows that are practically floor-to-ceiling windows, creating obviously a nice, warm, light space to begin with. Alyssa really wanted to create a sense of community with this restaurant. One of the key elements about space planning was making sure that where there were windows, there was also seating. So in this area, we've got a nice big communal table. So having large tables where you could fit 6, 8, 10 people around the table was really important to Alyssa. And there's gonna be lots of opportunity for things like classes, event nights, things like that happening in the restaurant that are really gonna bring people together. our goal was to really create a fun mix that felt cozy, warm, bohemian, and inviting. So elements like this rustic table, these rattan chairs, these basket lights, all of these elements really lend to the whole bohemian vibe that we're going after. These diamond-shaped shingles were really inspired by a photo that the owner had found on Pinterest and loved. We wanted to incorporate a modern twist on a rustic element. These diamond shingles were all made by hand. The contractor had to do this one by one. I think there's over 2,000 shingles here, so this definitely was a labor of love. These baskets were made by women in Rwanda, and the special thing about these baskets is that when you purchase these baskets, part of the proceeds goes to supporting these women and their families so that they can purchase livestock in order to feed their families. You've got these sort of wood tones, the creams, the blacks, this hint of teal that plays throughout the space, but there's also a really good cause behind these baskets. So you can see how there's elements throughout the restaurant that really support the values of this business. Walking further into the space is this great plant wall. I have a personal attachment to this plant wall because I helped install a bunch of these pots, which was not easy. But what I love about this plant wall is that there's live greenery in the space. There's this three-dimensional textural quality on this wall. The other thing that I really love about this plant wall is just the variety of different plants. It's kind of quirky, it's really fun, and it just lends itself to the whole concept behind this restaurant. Next to the plant wall, we transition into a different flooring type. So we've got these really great pattern tiles. This was something that the owner was really keen about. She really loved the idea of Mediterranean and these European floors that have lots of pattern on them. So we've incorporated this into the restaurant. What I love about the tile is that it's actually framed with the natural wood. So this wood carries into the restaurant. There's a nice consistency because you see the wood from front to back or from back to front, but you're greeted with this great high impact, lots of drama pattern tile. We kept all the service rooms to the interior of the space. These bathroom doors are a natural wood finish that's a nice shaker panel door. They've been wallpapered inside the panel. This is sort of just a nice textural, it almost looks like grass cloth. Again, lending itself to the whole bohemian vibe. What I love about these bathrooms is that there's lots of cute, funny sayings on the inside walls. Alyssa is so great with her comedy, with all of her plant-based food sayings, and so you'll see all of that personality throughout the space. We did want to create an environment that was really cozy and where people felt like they could come in, relax, settle in, and we didn't want it to feel too cafeteria-like. So in order to mitigate that, we decided to incorporate booths. We've got a great gray fabric along the booths. We've got these green velvet chairs. The green really picks up on the plant colors. We've got our basket lights, which of course, again, are very bohemian. And above this area is a big trough with lots of plants. Across from the booth area are these really adorable two-person tables. What's great about these tables is that they're a little bit higher. You've got stools that are attached to the wall and a really great footrest. They're cute little tables, so if you want to just pop in for a quick smoothie or a quick lunch, if you want to do a little bit of work on your laptop, or you're just stopping in and you're waiting but not staying long, this is the perfect type of table for that. is our order counter, and this turned out beautifully. We've got similar tile on the front of the counter, which is on the wall where the booths are. The only difference with this tile is that this is this beautiful ocean tealy blue. You can see that with the design of the counter like this, it really lends itself to the quick service restaurant concept. So in this type of environment, you're coming to the counter, you're looking at the menu board. Once you order your food, you get this little table sign, wait at your table, and they've got these cute little sayings that are adorable and funny, like, "Oh snap, my food is almost here." My favorite is probably, "Can I please get my meal?" This is not the type of concept where you would sit down at a table, someone like a server would come over and take your order. This is definitely quick service. You can see in the case right now there's some delicious juice that I actually really want to get into, and all of these yummy, delicious foods that are all plant-based. Behind the counter is this great arch, and this arch was also a labor of love. Around the arch is plaster, and when I saw the plaster finished, I didn't really love how the color or the texture came out. So Karina and I actually came into the restaurant and painted the arch ourselves. This took numerous coats of paint in order to get it to the finish that it is, but now seeing it done and finished, I absolutely love it. It feels really light. It has a little bit of an old world quality, which is just kind of fun. This big arch adds a lot of drama to the front of the space, and the big arch frames in the menu boards really, really nicely. The other great thing about this back counter is that you've got this whole stainless work area with things like your fridges, your coffee machines, the Vitamixes, sinks, water, dishes, anything that you would need for prep. So it's highly, highly functional. This whole space feels fun. It is a place that comes from the heart. It completely reflects its owners, and I'm so excited for them to get open because I know it's gonna do really well in Langley.